They tell us to fear Muslims while the U.S. empire terrorizes the world. The other day I published an essay titled Zionists Push Islamophobia Because It's Easier Than Getting People to Like Israel, based on the conspicuous overlap between virulent Israel supporters and people who promote hatred of Muslims. What I didn't know at the time, until readers alerted me, was that Dropsite News had put out an article last month about a leaked polling report commissioned by the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which actually found that promoting Islamophobia is the most effective way of combating the way worldwide public opinion has been turning against Israel. Dropsite News' Ryan Grimm writes, Israel's best tactic to combat this, according to the study, is to foment fear of radical Islam and jihadism, which remains high. By highlighting Israeli support for women's rights and gay rights while elevating concerns that Hamas wants to destroy all Jews and spread jihadism, Israeli support rebounded by an average of over 20 points in each country. End quote. So this is an actual planned tactic. The shrieking hysteria we've been seeing about Islam and Muslims lately is being deliberately and systematically fomented as a calculated strategy. One of the moronic things about this latest wave of Islamophobic hysteria is that the U.S. and Israel and their allies are vastly more murderous and tyrannical than the entire Muslim world combined. The Trump administration is currently sending the world's largest aircraft carrier and a bunch of warships to the waters off Latin America, where they've been waging a bogus new war on terror with increasingly frequent attacks on boats carrying alleged narco-terrorists. They're not even disguising the fact that this is actually about preparing for regime change interventionism in Venezuela, a government that Washington has long sought to topple because of its massive oil reserves and non-compliance with the capitalist world order. The U.S. power alliance is constantly doing things like this, waging wars, bombing countries, imposing starvation sanctions, staging coups, backing proxy conflicts, meddling in foreign elections, all with the goal of total planetary domination. It's accepted as the baseline norm, and the Western press often barely even reports on its abuses. Like, did you know Trump has bombed Somalia more than 80 times this year? But that doesn't make it any less murderous and tyrannical. And we're being told day in and day out that what we need to be afraid of is Muslims, who even with a worldwide population of 2 billion still manage to be far, far less violent and destructive than the U.S. centralized power alliance. Hell, the most abusive Muslim states are U.S. partners in crime like Saudi Arabia and the UAE, whose genocidal butchery in Yemen was backed by the U.S. and its allies from 2015 to 2022. The UAE is funding genocidal atrocities in Sudan right this very moment. The U.S. centralized empire is the most destructive power structure on earth, and the most destructive Muslim states are backed by that same Western power structure. The empire we live under is everything we're trained to fear. Our own rulers are the murderers. Our own rulers are the tyrants. Our own rulers are the terrorists. Our own rulers are the problem. Our rulers want us shaking our fists at Muslims, immigrants, disobedient governments, and members of the other mainstream political party, so that we don't start shaking our fists at them.